Not everybody lives, but everybody dies. So while a nigga here, I'm shooting for the sky, landing on the moon, walking on the sun, taking over the game, get it back when we done. Not everybody lives, but everybody dies. So while a nigga here, I'm shooting for the sky, landing on the moon, walking on the sun, taking over the game, get it back when we done. I'll get it back when we done. 10,000 hands in the air, have you ever seen? Work 9 to 5 or 5 to 9, do you ever dream? They in the red, but my stalk is green. Proud like I reached the clouds, all off a beam. Dreams on lucid, films on Lucas, sound on surround, and the crowd on stupid. Who that chick Dion? That's Dion on Clueless. You circling around the money, sitting in a cubic car. Field of dreams, they said I'm too corny. Funny, I got their ears all on me, fears all gone, and my peers all wrong. So keep your 2 cents in every phrase y'all coining. That's just common sense, all the hating, I honored it. I don't leak, I quantum it. I don't answer, I problem it. I just drop shit while they asking what a colonic is. Pinky, you know what I'm pondering? Not everybody lives, but everybody dies. So while a nigga here, I'm shooting for the sky, landing on the moon, walking on the sun, taking over the game, get it back when we done. Not everybody lives, but everybody dies. So while a nigga here, I'm shooting for the sky, landing on the moon, walking on the sun, taking over the game, get it back when we done. I'll get it back when we done.
What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about. The Dallas Cowboys do have a preseason game tonight versus the Atlanta Falcons. A lot of drama going on, Cowboys Nation, but we have some other things that I want to discuss with you. So if you want to, share, like, comment, do all that fun stuff. Y'all know the drill. Salute to everyone in the chat, man. My guy Cuts is in the building. Kelvin in the building. One and only Ron's in the building. JT's in the building. I think my brother Hoodie's in the building. I think my actual brother's in the building. Professor O, my brother's in the building. Cody, what's going on with you, dog? Elijah's in the building. What is up, everybody? So I think you all see the title. All right, y'all see the title, the Nucci Bowl. Y'all see the title, so let's cut to the chase. But I want to start with this, all right? If you guys can give me a moment, right? So, because this wasn't an easy decision. But, you know, you guys know I started this channel back in 2020 in the middle of a pandemic, right? Had no idea what was actually going to happen or come of it. Didn't even think I was going to continue to do it once we came out of the pandemic. But by doing so, I developed a lot of relationships, a lot of friendships, but most importantly, I learned a lot about myself. All right. And I learned, yo, Tuck, what can you truly accomplish if you just believe in yourself and go for it? Now my brother's in here, Cody, this is my brother Cody, and my also brother Donnie. You know, a few years back, we went on a tour at the AT&T Stadium in Texas, right, for the Cowboys game. And we kind of went around, sat in the media room, everything, you know, take the little fun photo at the podium. And then my brother Donnie had said something to me that really stood out, and it didn't make sense at the time. And he was like, yo, bro, I spoke to God last night, and he told me you're going to be one of the biggest voices in sports media. You're going to be covering the Cowboys, and a lot of Cowboys fans and players are going to respect and love what you do. God spoke to me. He says that you're destined for greatness in sports media. And at the time, you know what I'm saying, Cody's here, you know what I'm saying, it sounded kind of crazy. I'm like, all right, bro, you know, even though I am a religious person, I was like, all right, dog, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, right? So I never saw what we see today actually happening, right? I didn't see it, but my brother Donnie, he saw it, right? My family kind of saw it, but I personally never even saw it. And due to hard work, sacrifices, dedication, my amazing wife, you know, allowing me to have this free time and, you know, do all this crazy stuff that I was doing, traveling the world, you know, pursuing my dream and my passion. Cowboys Nation you guys believing in me to be a voice for you guys. Because a lot of people jump in this Cowboy space. A lot of people are talking about Micah and whatnot right now, and there's probably only 4 people caring about what they have to say, right? But Cowboys Nation really championed me as a voice for the unheard, right? And that was something I never took lightly. I wore it with a badge of honor, right? It was my superpower that helped me propel myself to do all these amazing things. Yeah, my brother's right here. We didn't believe it at the time. You know what I'm saying? We didn't believe when our brother Donnie was like, yo, Tuck, you are going to be a force in the sports media game, and you're going to do great things. I spoke to God last night. He told me, we were like, yeah, all right, bro. Like, okay, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Tell God what's up. But we never even saw any of this imaginable, right? But like I said, Cowboys Nation, you guys believed in me and you allowed me to be a voice for the unheard. And I never took that lightly. I never took it for granted. Even when there was days where I felt like maybe taking a shortcut here and there, I couldn't, because I knew that you guys were dependent on me. So you guys gave me that energy. You gave me that boost of confidence. You gave me my swagger. I could talk aggressive. I could be who I truly was, because I knew at the end of the day, Cowboys Nation put me here for a reason. And due to Cowboys Nation putting me here for a reason, we've accomplished amazing things, y'all. We've accomplished amazing things where I took this from being in this. There was nothing in this basement. There was an empty room with a Dez poster around, you know what I'm saying, in the very first video. You know what I'm saying? It was an empty room that I had in my basement from an old 2012 laptop, MacBook. I still have it, right? And we have taken this to the Super Bowl multiple times, draft multiple times, combine multiple times, Big 12 championships multiple times, boxing events multiple times, soccer events multiple times, draft again, draft again, draft again, draft again. We have taken this to the highest level that a lot of people, self-included, didn't even believe possible. I've earned the respect from some of the most talented players in our sport, from Dez Bryant to Gerald McCoy. The list goes on and on. I don't want to not include anybody, to even current players of today, right? Friendships and respect from highly accomplished and credentialed media members, as my guy Darren Smith, Jane Slater, Clarence Hill, Nick Harris. The list goes on and on. But also the real respect from the community of my content brothers and sisters in this space, right? And I deeply appreciate you all. My guy Tyler, right? Tyler, you saw this from the beginning as well. You know what I'm saying? And the one promise I always had to you, Cowboys Nation, is if I can't give you 1,000%, I am going to give you 0. I could now, with my brand and my accomplishments, come on here and just say shit, because I'm Jay Tuck now. I'm established. I have a name. I put in the work. I could probably just turn on my camera and say whatever I feel like with no research, no facts to it, no rhyme or reason, and get away with it, still do numbers, still get my sponsorship dollars, and just walk away, right? Clean as a whistle. And a lot of you probably even know the difference, right? That seems to be trendy right now. But I can never rob you guys who gave me everything, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gave me a lot. I could never do that to y'all. Even sometimes it's like, damn, Tuck, you probably could get away with it, right? I couldn't do that to you, right? CFO gang, the people who turn in the notification bell, who was here every show, super chatting, commenting, liking, sharing, supporting. I could never rob y'all. Other fan bases I probably could have, you know what I'm saying? But I could never do that to y'all, right? And so I never wanted to kind of come on here where I'm kind of going through the motions and just making a video just because the algorithm told me to make a video, get my clicks, and go on with life. I just couldn't do that, right? So the 5 years I've been doing this, I gave it my all, everything that I had, right? And, I kind of mentioned this earlier where this was going to be my last year, and to be honest with you, things have improved because my mindset, to be honest, when I sent out the tweet or the post, I was going to quit content fully, right? Even this year, right? But I was like, know what, Tuck? You have some opportunities. You have some different things going on. Push through. And this season, what I've been feeling like, and Lord knows I never want to go through this, right? Salute to my beautiful wife, is I feel like I know that me and Cowboys Nation was ultimately going to end in separation and divorce. And we was just sticking around for the sake of the kids, right? We're here, we're in the house, we go to the games, right? We sit on opposite sides of the bleachers, you sit there and say, little Johnny, good game. But when we go home, we're sleeping in separate bedrooms. We're not talking. We are already disconnected. And we are just waiting on the papers to be finalized and little Johnny to graduate so we can move on to who we truly love, right? And I felt like I was trying to get through that this season, like work through this divorce. You know what I'm saying? I did a film session, but I really didn't give a fuck about it. So I kind of just put it out there, but my heart wasn't in it. I would do live shows. I have fun with y'all, but even interacting with Cowboys fans, it was just like, we're here just for the kids, not because I truly, truly love it. And I feel like I was cheating y'all, and I don't want to cheat y'all. And a lot of people might think this is about Jerry and Micah. It has nothing to do with Jerry and Micah. I mean, maybe that probably was the tip of the iceberg, and I'll talk about that here in a second. Or my confidence in Shoddy and the Cowboys season or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that, the Dallas Cowboys. It has more to do with me and who I am as a person, right? And you guys know me if you follow me long enough. You guys know I wake up at 4 a.m. Every day I go after it. I grind hard. I push myself to new limits. I'm challenging myself. I'm doing different things. I'm reading books. I'm trying to be the best that I can be every day. I was talking about this yesterday on Twitter, right? It's just who I am. And I am from the mindset, if I am not being challenged, I am not changing, right? I'm not growing. I'm not pushing myself. And I start to question, Tuck, are you truly going after who you could be, right? I never thought that this was a reality. You never even thought that this was a reality, Tuck. This sounded crazy when my brother Donnie was talking about all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what else out there for me is unimaginable that I'm not even looking at obtaining because I'm just focused on doing what's comfortable for me. And I just feel like for me personally, that's not a perfect representation of who I am. So what ultimately led to this decision? You guys know I'll be covering the Kansas Jayhawks, right? I'll be out there at Memorial Stadium yesterday. And when I went down to Lawrence, and Lawrence, Kansas, like 20 minutes away from my house. That's where KU plays, man. My dog roams in the building, man. Appreciate you. I've been talking on the phone for about 5 hours, 6 hours, you know what I'm saying? So I talked to all my content creator brothers and sisters before I even did this, right? But it's like I went to Lawrence yesterday. I picked up my credentials for coverage for tomorrow's game versus Fresno State. And when I walked in the building, I met the secretary. I talked to her for a minute. It was just a warm welcome, you know? Then I got walked to the back. I met the communications team, talked to them for a minute, right? Saw a few coaches, shook their hands. Hey, coach, you guys gonna be ready for Saturday? Yeah, we're gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? Talked to a few coaches or whatnot. All right. I felt welcomed. I felt appreciated. I felt valued, right? And it's like, okay, that's an amazing feeling how they just took care of me, right? Just being the media for the Kansas Jayhawks in my own backyard. You know, when I go to boxing for coverage, right? PBC, salute to PBC, right? Yo, Tuck, we want you to cover, what fight was this? Benavidez versus David Morale, right? Bet. Send us the details. I send them the details. They pay for my travel. They pay for my hotel. They cover food. They bring David Benavidez to me to interview. They bring David Morale to me to interview. They make sure I'm taken care of on fight night, put me right by ringside. They show appreciation for my talents and my ability. So then I started thinking yesterday, why am I giving PBC, Kansas, right, who really appreciate me, 3%, maybe 2%, whatever's left over as a residual, and I'm giving Dallas Cowboys 99.9999999%. It's kind of messed up, right? Tuck, why are you doing that, right? And the reason why is I know I love the Cowboys. You guys know I love the Cowboys, right? It's a team I grew up on. I will always be a Cowboys fan, right or wrong. So it's not like I'm going to be a Steelers fan or a Chargers fan right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to go to the games. I'm still going to be standing up cheering on my team. But it hit me. You are giving 99.999999% to a team in an organization that really doesn't give a fuck about you and giving the residuals to the people who do. It's kind of ass backwards, right? So that started playing in my mind, all right? And then soon as I got back from Kansas, I got back home, and Professor O will tell you guys this, I got the Senior Bowl top 300 list, right? Got the email, and as soon as I got that email, what did I do, y'all? I started combing through that list of 300. I was watching film. I sent it over to Professor O. Professor O's right here, right? He's already working on the draft board, right? I felt a spark. I felt excitement. I felt joy, right? I was watching, my guy D Miller, who you guys will like out of Kansas, an edge rusher, watching his film. And I was going through Jordan Tyson at Arizona State. I already have my Excel sheet up. I'm already taking notes, right? I was feeling joy. I was playing music. I was grooving. I was loving what I was doing, right? And then yesterday, salute to my guy, Dan Mitchell. We do the Roundtable Sports College Football Show, right? We were breaking down week 0 matchups, just having fun. And then he asked me about that Senior Bowl list, y'all. And I didn't understand it, right? Until I did it. This is my guy, East Coast Gridiron. Let's go to you, dog. Until he asked me about that Senior Bowl list, my eyes lit up. I had a joy in my spirit. I just blacked out and talked damn near for 15 minutes about a Senior Bowl list that's only been out for about 2 to 3 hours. But I was so excited. I was passionate. I had that joy. He had to pretty much change the segment because I kept rambling about that list and how my guy Jalen Daniels, quarterback from Kansas, isn't on it, right? But it has Anthony Hill Jr. and it also has Caleb Johnson and Caden Proctor and Jordan Tyson and Mekhi Hughes and like I was just feeling that joy. And God spoke to me, Tuck. That is where you're supposed to be, bro. That is your superpower. That excitement, that joy, that you can't sleep at night because you're trying to figure things out. That's what's made you special. The 4K camera, that's cool, right? You know what I'm saying? All the extra stuff is cool, right? But what makes you special, J Tuck, And why you were able to accomplish what you've accomplished is because you have a burning passion inside of you and a love to do what you are doing. Now, that used to be Dallas Cowboys football, right? But it's not the same, right? I can tell you right now, if it comes down between me watching the Cowboys versus, Ravens film or some college football film and Anthony Hill is winning right now. Brian Robinson trade to the 49ers, crazy, right? So I started thinking that, right? Okay, cool. I understand what you're saying, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I love the Cowboys. I've already built this, right? And I felt like sometimes we get bounded by fear, right? We get bounded by change, all right? So then, of course, Micah's situation happens. Jerry goes on and speaks, right? And I was kind of avoiding it. And then I hopped into Twitter space with my brother Nix, and my dog Nix, if you're watching right now, bro, I apologize for the way I acted yesterday. I shouldn't have done that. You deserve better. You have been with me from the fucking jump. I shouldn't have acted that way, but I was so frustrated, right? And as I was sitting in that Twitter space, hearing people just side with Jerry Jones, tossing out all sorts of reason and evidence and logic and rationale. And there was two sides while I was hearing those conversations. One side was saying, yo, Tuck, go make a video, go break down Jerry's response, go carve it all up, go show that he's already dealt with Dave Mulugeta this year when he signed Dante Fowler, go cut up all the dates, go cut it all up and surgically dissect this and educate Cowboys fans to let them know what Jerry is saying is absolute bullshit, right? But there was another side that spoke loud and it spoke volumes to me in that moment, and that's why I made a decision. It said, Tuck, you have led this fan base as far as you can. You have hit the ceiling. You no longer belong here. You belong somewhere else. Right? Nah, but I could go make a video. I could go break down this whole interview with Michael Irvin and show Cowboys fan. Tuck, you no longer belong here, right? Cowboys fans are telling you, a majority, they no longer want to be educated. Okoye just did 5 hours, 6 hours of film, and they don't give a fuck, right? You can go dissect this entire interview and show how everything that Jerry is saying is false. They do not give a fuck. Go where you belong. Well, where do I belong? Right? What do I do next? Lord, I don't know what is next. What should I do? You need to spread your wings and fly outside of this Cowboys cocoon. What do you mean by that? You don't think Clemson fans will want to hear your take on their matchup? You don't think Texas fans will want to hear your take on how they're going to beat Ohio State? Right? Florida State fans versus Alabama, right? Kansas versus Fresno, Kansas State versus Iowa State. You don't think that Titans fans would want to hear your draft takes? You don't think that Packers fans want to kind of hear your thoughts on Matthew Golden, how he looked at camp? You don't think that Panthers fans would want to hear your takes and your output on Tet and T-Mac? Steelers fans want to hear about Caleb Johnson from you? Are you afraid of that? right? Are you afraid to step out? Are you afraid to really step out and spread your wings and fly and show that your talent isn't just tied to Dallas Cowboys football? Obviously, you're talented enough to do it all. And I sat back, I thought about it. Nah, that's kind of crazy. Sleep on it. Nah, right? And then this morning, when I was in the gym on my treadmill, getting my miles in, my gears started turning, y'all. When I was on the phone with Boss Cowboy, he was like, Tuck, I haven't heard you this excited in a long fucking time, bro. The stuff you're planning for your next wave of content, you have that charge, bro. The stuff that you're telling me, the people that you can connect with, the things that you can do, you sound excited. Your creativity is just bubbling right now. You are happy. I haven't heard this from Tuck in a long time, bro. And as I started thinking, well, maybe I am on the right path. So then I started talking to DMV. I started talking to Rome. I talked to Lou. I started talking to a bunch of different people. And the more that I talked to my fellow brothers and sisters in this content space, y'all, the more excited I got about this, right? And the more at ease I came with making this decision. So Tuck, ultimately, what is the decision? What are we getting at, right? With the decision I have made, and I am 1,000% comfortable with, and I am standing on this, and I'm not changing my mind, I will no longer, as of today, do exclusive Dallas Cowboys content on this channel. All right? I'm not going to be exclusive. I will still talk Cowboys from occasion, right? If something happens, if Dak Prescott plays crazy, I might do a film session on Dak Prescott. But I am not going to limit myself anymore and be exclusive to just the Dallas Cowboys, y'all. Because I am limiting myself. I'm not seeing my full potential. I'm in this box, right? I'm in this box, but I'm stuck. I'm crammed in this box because I've outgrown this box, right? Tuck, I watch college football more than I actually watch NFL football, but I only talk about it when draft season comes around, right? And then when I talk about it, draft season, I only make it for Cowboys fans, right? So I miss out, right? I didn't break down Shador, right? I didn't talk about Cam Ward. I didn't talk about the safety positions because I was only focused on what the Cowboys needed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Tuck, you have to spread your wings and fly, right? B-Rob just went to the 49ers. You can talk about that now, Tuck. You could break down film right now of how B-Rob going to San Francisco is going to help their backfield. But if I do it in this Cowboys box, Tuck, why are you talking about the 49ers? What about Micah, right? I'm breaking out the box. I'm breaking out the box, right? And I'm spreading my wings. You will see me on this channel with Chargers reporters. You might turn around and see me with Chiefs reporters, right? Chiefs content creators, Alabama Tide reporters, Alabama Tide content creators, right? We're going to be doing all sorts of things. And like, this is kind of my mentality, right? Instead of me doing a live show for a full hour and a half talking about Micah and Jerry back and forth, I could do 30 minutes breaking down college matchups next week. Alabama, Florida State, Texas, Ohio State. I mean, so many matches across the board. Then I can turn around and talk NFL cuts across the board. NFL cuts, week 1 matchups, right? And then I can spend the last 30 just giving y'all sports bets because I'm that good at sports betting. The last minute of what games to bet on. I have a brand new endorsement deal from a phenomenal app that I can showcase and show you my research. Break out that box, Tuck. I have to break out this box because I am suffocating in this Cowboys box, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm really suffocating in this little Cowboys box where year after year we talk about the same shit over again. It's Micah Parsons and Jerry this year. It'll be Tyler Smith and Jerry next year. I'll say we need to draft a running back. Marcus Mosher, my guy, will say, hey, we don't need to draft a running back. There's going to be arguments about not drafting Caleb Downs because he's a safety. I'm suffocating in this box. You know? And I feel like for me, the thing that gives me excitement, joy, a new spirit, creativity is breaking out and, like y'all are saying, spreading my wings and fly, right? I will always be here for Cowboys Nation, right? I will always be here for the content creators in this space. You guys, I mean, 99% of y'all have my number, right? If I can help in any capacity. But for me personally, why not go aim? Why not go aim for the big takeover, Tuck? Right? I know a lot of Cowboys fans don't like him, right? But someone, and I've told this to bro numerous times, somebody I really look up and admire is Emmanuel Acho, right? Not just because of the Joy Taylor thing, right? When it comes to Emmanuel Acho, I would see him on FS1 doing the show that he had, right, on Speak or whatever, right? But I would also see he was doing college football on Saturday mornings, right? Then he would do NFL football on Sundays, right? My wife knows Emmanuel Acho from The Bachelor. Like, she's like, oh, that's the guy from The Bachelor, right? He's hosted The Bachelor, right? He's written books before. Like, he's done all these different things. A lot of people don't understand. He came from the Cowboys.com, DallasCowboys.com, right? But he spread his wings and he flew out that cocoon. Now he's getting, he got, floating around. But he's done so many different things, right? I feel like for me, y'all, it's time for me to go after it all, y'all. And I will be limiting myself just standing here doing a Cowboys video, talking about Micah and Jerry, even though internally I know I could care less. See what I'm saying? I'm robbing you guys of that, right? I'm robbing you guys of that, just sticking around, doing content for the sake of clicks, right? And I know it sounds scary, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were telling me, Tuck, you don't owe anyone an explanation. You should just do it. Don't tell nobody. Just do whatever makes you best. No, I do owe Cowboys Nation an explanation, right? Because you guys have given me so much, right? Think about this. Jackson Dart right now is going crazy in preseason. I can't even talk about it because this is supposed to just be a Cowboys channel, right? I'm limited. Shedeur Sanders is about to play in preseason for his third one, but I can't talk about it because Tuck, focus on Philly, right? Focus on the documentary. This is a Cowboys channel, right? So it's like, nah, I need to be able to whatever hits my desk, and if it motivates me, inspires me, and keeps me up and gives me that passion and joy, then do it, Tuck. What's up with Cover 3? We're talking about it. We're working on it. So I will still do Roundtable Sports, the NFC East show on Tuesdays, right? I'm still going to be Cowboys representative. Like I said, I don't want to break up the core because we just got together. We now have some continuity, But for me, y'all, it was just time. It was either going to happen now or it was going to happen in February. Why delay the inevitable? You know, like I'm telling you, like O will tell you, like tell him, oh, I sent him the email of that top 300 or 300, Senior Bowl. O is already on it. I called Dan Hartman, right, over the Scouting Academy this morning. Hey, bro, can I get back in the Scouting Academy because I want to complete that, right? Because I didn't finish it last year because I got doing the stuff with Dez and everything, right? He's like, yeah, jump back in. So now I'm back in the Scouting Academy. I am back in my element, y'all. When I started this, I just came in it as a Cowboys fan, not knowing any better. These fucking credentials are kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? Take this shit off. I don't saying whatever. Not knowing much, you know what I'm saying? Just talking as a Cowboys fan. But what really happened in my evolution, my love and passion for the game of football just came back. It just came back into me, right? Pause. Yeah, hella pause for that shit. Hella pause, right? Football got back into my spirit. Where my wife will tell you guys, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything because I was just, this joy for football was just, it's all I think about. It's football, not Cowboys football, but just football, period. It's the thing I think of from the moment I wake up, right? The reason I train so hard in the draft is because, you know, I'm being around these athletes and I want to be able to at least look the part. You know, I'll never be, you know, Micah Parsons, but I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? It's just football. It's what I think about nonstop. I can't turn it off. And I'm limiting myself to just Cowboys football when that shouldn't be the case. I have agents in my Instagram DMs right now wanting their kids to come on my channel. Agents wanting to come on the channel, trainers wanting to come on the channel, other reporters wanting to come on the channel. But I'm just like, how do I do this? Because this is a Cowboys channel. Hey, their O goes being messy. You know what I'm saying? Their O goes being messy. You know what I'm saying? Look at O being messy, dog. But yeah, it's just like, now I can say that. You know what I'm saying? And I really felt this, y'all. Last year when I had those kids on my channel, I really felt I was in my purpose. You know, I still talk to all of those kids still to this day. Some of them did not make it to the league, right? I still just text them out the blue. I'm like, hey, bro, stay encouraged, right? Stay encouraged, bro. Don't give up. Keep fighting. All right, I see what you're doing, O. No, don't be messy, O. You know what I'm saying? Professor O, not messy, O. You know what I'm saying? But like I talk to those kids, just keep them encouraged, right? It gives me joy to see my guy, Amari Kite, right, who was on this channel as a right tackle out of UCF who nobody really cared about. Now he's playing for Seattle at right tackle, and he's playing well, and they're talking about him possibly making the final 53 roster. Like, that's a joy of mine. Like, it feels different. It feels that there's something more to this, right? It's not just clicks. It's not just views. It's not just credentials. It's not just sponsorships. But are you making a difference in someone's life, Tuck? And for a kid that doesn't have the spotlight to say, yo, Tuck, thank you for believing in me and keeping me encouraged and helping me fight towards my dream of being in the NFL, that means the world to me. That means the world. That's more than a click. That's more than a view where I get a message from an Ivan Pace that says, yo, bro, you believed in me from the jump, right? Thank you. You was always in my corner, right? From Ivan Pace. You know what I'm saying? That means the world to me, bro. Like, that's different. There's no sponsorship. There's no click. There's no photo opportunity that could even amount to that, yo, no one believed in this kid, but some random guy out in Kansas City saw my film and he banged the desk for me to be in the NFL, and he was my loudest megaphone. You see what I'm saying? So that's what keeps me up, right? That's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me wanting to go, y'all. And I just want to stay there. Yeah, think about that, what you did for guys like Michael Badejo and others, dudes that needed attention because of schools that played at. Yeah, bro. I have a whole Instagram DM full of those kids. You know? It's just full of those kids just waiting. And I'm trying to sort it out, but how can I bring them? If I was to bring some of these kids on my channel right now and talk about them for the draft, what would Cowboys fans say? Y'all already know. Tuck, he's being down. He's being negative. He's already giving up. He's already focused on the draft. He's already doing draft content. Cowboys fans are always quitting. He's not a true fan. He's quitting. But in reality, all I'm doing is giving a kid a spotlight they deserve to help make their life better. But it's like, since I came in this exclusive to the Cowboys, that's how people feel. Yeah, you're right, Henny. They would be pissed right now if I brought on draft prospects to my show because I am giving up on the season doing draft content in September. When it's really, I'm just giving a kid an opportunity to use my platform to put more exposure. That's all. That's all I'm doing. But since you've been married to the Cowboys, Tuck, if you do anything outside of that, you're giving up. Or you don't believe. Or you're not a real fan. Are you being negative? Are you being? So in order to do that freely and peacefully, I have to sign those papers and say, I'm leaving. I'll see you at the store from time to time. Say hello. Hope your mom does well. But I gotta get out there and do me. I got some other baddies that's gonna treat me right in my DMs, bro. And I have to pursue what's out there for me, right? Because if not, I'll never know. You guys don't know. You guys can look up and shit. I could be the next Pat McAfee. But I would have never known because I was just stuck being comfortable, just being the Cowboys guy. There might be a video I drop where the Chargers like, shit, he's talented as hell. Bring him to us. Bring him to us. Right? I had the Kansas City Chiefs here in my own backyard, and all my friends who are Chiefs fans asking me questions. I had credential access to go to Chiefs camp and didn't go. Why? Because I'm too busy trying to cover a training camp for a team that can give a fuck about it if I was there or not. Right? Yo, Tuck, how's Josh Simmons, right? Chiefs fans are going to love how I break down Josh Simmons in their draft, right? Even when I was at the Super Bowl, y'all, as much as they hated our guts, and they hate my guts, right? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't have my guts, right? But Eagles fans appreciated the coverage I did covering the Super Bowl and asking their players. I had so many Eagles fans like, yo, Tuck, that was a fire-ass question, bro. That's a question that I always want to know, but our media would never ask them, bro. Appreciate that question. Appreciate you for asking Smitty that. I was wanting to know that. And that's the ops. So if I can walk into a room and cover the Chiefs and the Eagles flawlessly, I could do the Bucks. I could do the Bengals. I can do the Browns. I can do the Raiders. I can do the Tide. I can do the LSU Tigers. I can do Clemson. I can do Missouri. I can do Kansas State because I believe in myself. And it was time after I was on the gym talking to everybody, Tuck, don't be like Jerry. It's time to go all in on yourself and see what you can really do, right? Maybe I fail. Maybe I bump my head and be like, man, this, you know what I'm saying? This is a lot. You know what I'm saying? I suck at this, right? You know what I'm saying? I can't watch Hawaii football like this. Maybe I'm just trash at it, right? But I damn sure deserve the opportunity to go see, right? So like I'm saying, Cowboys Nation, I appreciate y'all, right? It's not like you're never gonna see me again. It's not like if you tweet me or ask me a question, I'm not gonna respond. But starting tomorrow, tomorrow in the AM, you're gonna get some Kansas football coverage on this channel. You're gonna get some Kansas football interviews, right? You're gonna get some Kansas football film breakdowns. We're gonna circle back around and probably break down the Kansas State versus Iowa State game. And then we're going to talk about other players in the NFL and other teams in the NFL on this channel. So I wanted to be open and fair to you guys. I know for some of you, football is not your thing. You are here just for the Cowboys. So if you just say, you know what, I'm unsubscribing, I'm moving on because Tuck talks too much about the Iowa State Cyclones, I appreciate your decision. I appreciate you for riding with me. And hey, I definitely understand, right? But for those who love the game of football like I do, whether it's high school, college, NFL, right? You're going to be in the right spot. And I'm about to go fucking crazy, right? So just want to let everybody know, like, hey, if we go from 20,000 to 18,000, I understand there's no hard feelings, right? Because you want to tune in just for Cowboys coverage, right? You want my opinion on Jerry and Micah and, Dak and all this and CD and Pickens, right? And there might be show segments throughout the course of a week. We might talk about it for a little bit, but that will not be the exclusive thing that we're focusing on. It will not be starting tomorrow, y'all. So I want to kind of give you guys that update. Love y'all, each and every one of y'all. I can't thank you enough. But yeah, I'm in a, yeah. And see, this is in Cincinnati. Like, I changed this from Cowboys fans only to CFO Sports because I was being told from my mentors that I was selling myself short years ago, right? Years ago, I was being told I was selling myself short by just staying to the Cowboys, right? But for me, I was still new. I was growing. It was working. So that fear set in was like, I ain't changing shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't changing. I ain't changing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys fans rock with me. I'm growing. I changed the name, but I never changed my approach. You see what I'm saying? I didn't change my approach because I was fearful. Like, hey, bro, like, I'm hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just stop and start covering everybody right now because Cowboys fans are rocking with me. We're growing. You know what I'm saying? Getting opportunities. I can't switch. I changed the name. I changed the logo. That's all you're going to get from me. You know what I'm saying? But now I feel like I've done enough with my brand, my name. I'm proven. I'm credentialed. I'm certified. I should be able to walk into any building and just purely cover football, which I'm extremely excited about. It opens up so many opportunities, not just for me, but for others out there, other content creators. Let's say I know a phenomenal Dolphins content creator, right? In this box, this suffocating box, I can't bring them on the channel. We don't play the Dolphins. But what if I really want to know about what's going on with Tua? What's going on with Tyreek Hill? Hey, what is y'all running back situation looking like? Hey, y'all don't got no corners. Would y'all be interested in the possible trade, right? But I can't do that now because, Tuck, we don't play the Dolphins. Why do you have a Dolphins guy on your channel and we don't even play the Dolphins? You know what I'm saying? I'm limited. I could bring in a reporter from Alabama on my show, talk about Alabama versus Florida State, kick them off, right? Bring someone who talk about Cincinnati, right? Have that whole conversation. The Chiefs and the Chargers kick off, right? I have my guy Darren Smith, bring in Sean Merriman, have them have a conversation, and I can bring in a specific sports betting analyst on the show. We give y'all all the sports bets, and then we're off to the races. I'm no longer in that suffocating Cowboys everyday box. So, ask questions if you want to, y'all. Probably vibe for a little minute. I'm losing my voice because I've been talking on the phone pretty much like 6:30 this morning. I'm explaining this all over, but I wanted to be fair to you guys and let you know, you know what I'm saying? I'm extremely appreciative. You know, I don't want to thank specific people because people get slighted if they feel like, I'm missing out. But y'all know who you are, man. Oh, Knicks, cover 3, all y'all boss, man. Everyone who knows how much I appreciate them, I told them how much I appreciate them. I know we're talking about football talk, but quick, what's your thoughts on Canelo versus Crawford, right? So, perfect, Freddie. I'm in the building for Canelo versus Crawford, right? In this format, I can't talk about it. Tuck, why are you talking about Canelo and Crawford? It's supposed to be Cowboys. I'm literally going to be there in Vegas. Me and my brother are flying back out. Like, damn, Tuck, you were just in Vegas for the last, I'm going back out to Vegas for the fight. I want to be able, when I'm in Vegas, to come on my channel and talk Canelo versus Crawford. Now, I do think Canelo's going to win. But I want to be able to have that freedom, right? Whereas, I'm talking about Canelo versus Crawford to boxing fans, and people are like, talk about Micah. Talk about, why are you talking about Canelo versus Crawford? We play the Eagles, or we play the Packers, I think, that weekend or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to have those conversations, but I got Canelo win that fight. Durfman versus Gonzaga. I don't know. So we'll get into those matchups, man. We'll get in those matchups. Yeah, bro, it was almost 5 hours. So I got off the phone with y'all, talked to Lou, talked to a few other people. Touch predict the Knowles record this year. I'd probably say we're probably a 5 to 6 win team, probably. Yeah. We'll have to see what Tommy looks like. But our recruiting class wasn't that. See. I know what O's doing, right? He's trying to get me already started, right? I feel like Tommy. We'll have to see what Tommy looks like. But our recruiting class wasn't so strong. But look at D Jackson looking for defensive tackles out of Florida State. You know what I'm saying? Out of Florida State. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you guys right now. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know I sent this over to O. I'll show y'all. I ain't too afraid to show. You know what I'm saying? What's your NBA team? I'm a Mavericks team, right? I'm a Mavericks fan. But see, that's why I wasn't going to do, I'm going to do NBA too. And I'm going to do WNBA too and put it in baseball because I don't have the passion. Like, I watch basketball, right? I watch my Mavericks, but it's not a burning passion for me to cover. So I wasn't going to bite off more than I could chew. Pause if you want to, right? So that's where I was kind of there from there. But it's like, nah, I know football is my lane, right? I know football is my lane. That's my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Here's the top 300 list. You know what I'm saying? So we're always kind of going through it right here. O's going to make this so much cleaner. But yeah, I'm going through it, highlighting, getting the notes already. You're saying Florida State got what? They got Shaheem Brown, Darrell Jackson, circle this guy, Micah Pettis, Roydo Williams, Squirrel White, right? So we're into college right now. We're into football, which is okay, right? It's perfectly okay to be into football and want to have football discussions across the boards. I said 6. I said 6, bro. I said 6 wins. My dog Matt Lynn's in the building for the Knowles, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see how it all shapes out, man. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on and talk to y'all real quick. Like I said, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I can't say that enough. For those who choose to go a different direction, I understand, right? Cowboys Nation, I feel like kind of dropping my kids off at college, Hopefully some of the things and the messages that I've taught you guys. Yeah, he played with Joe Milton, Professor O. Squirrel White played with Joe Milton. I think he caught that deep bomb from Joe Milton. Was that bomb the squirrel? Couldn't name how you name Squirrel White. But it's kind of like dropping my kids off to college, right? I hope, here's my ask or my hope, prayer, that in the 5 years we've been doing this, that I made and installed some wise decision making in you guys, right? Boss had posted, there was an AI bot that posted something about Dak told Micah he'll never be JJ Watt or whatever. And it did 96,000 views on YouTube, right? 96,000 views on YouTube, right? And what I want to say, Cowboys Nation, we're all adults, right? I'm not telling you what to do. Just hope you're smart, right? But do understand there are people who are coming into this community that does not have your best interest at all. Could care less, right? And it's getting more harder to distinguish the differences between them. But hopefully, some of the things that I've taught you guys, right? It's okay to say inquisitive. It's okay to cross-reference. It's okay to say, I'm not sure about that, right? Let me check it on my own, right? Hopefully, I've instilled that into you guys, and that's okay. You know, there are incredible people in the space that not only cares about the Cowboys, but they care about you too as well, you know? Because it is hard. It is hard when you look up on YouTube and see an AI bot do 96,000 views in a day, and you up here angry as speaking from the heart about Jerry and, you know, the situation, like being a real Cowboys fan and really living, eating, sleeping, breathing, and showing you his vulnerability, and someone just makes an AI bot, 96,000 views, check on the way, right? And it scares me that 96,000 Cowboys fans actually clicked it. All right, let's see if I can get that picture. Let me see if I got that picture. Let's see if I got that picture here. Hold on, let me see. Let's see here. Let me see if I got that picture. Let me see that tweet from boss. Hold on. Let me see. I know it was in a chat. So much going on yesterday, but y'all see this AI? It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, and people just bought it hook, line, and sinker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was wild to me, but that is the territory that we're getting into right now, y'all. That is scary territory. People are coming in to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me find it. Where boss posted. It's in one of my things. It was so many tweets yesterday, dog. Let me go through it. Let me go through it. So much drama on Twitter. Where is it? Where did boss tag me? I don't know. I got so many tweets and comments. I can't even find through it right. But yeah, hold on. I think I got it in the group chat. Hold on. It's in the group chat. Let me see in the group chat. Hold on. I thought I was in the group chat. Let me see. Why don't let me go through the group chat? I'm finding it for y'all. They're not that one. It's in here somewhere, but I don't know. But yeah, it's wild. Like Micah had like 4 stars all over his jersey and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, that's a good ass idea. You know what I'm saying? So like, but it's like I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it was they were dragging. It was Dak like dragging. Let me see. I gotta go to boss's Twitter. It was like Dak was dragging Micah out of practice. Here it is. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, it was the water. There was 2 of them. So it was actually 2 of them. Hold on. We're gonna have some fun. And that's the thing, y'all. The fun ain't going nowhere. The vibes ain't going nowhere. It's just gonna be on something else. You know what I'm saying? Dog, look how crazy this is, dog. Oh, let me move my camera. Let me move my camera real quick. Hold on. Yeah. My camera. So I can see it. 94,000 in 3 days. 94,000, y'all clicked on that, which is crazy because it's 22 minutes. Dog, look at Micah's gear he has on. He got 1 star, little bitty ass star, another little bitty ass star, another little bitty ass star, and a water cooler with a snarl. And then Dak Prescott with a snarl, right? Mike, bro, Look at Dak's jersey. Look at Dak's jersey number. This shit don't even say AT&T. This shit don't even say Cowboys. This man right here ain't got no eye. But 94,000. 94,000 views. Yeah, I would say, I mean, I'm not going to click on it, but how did you make this a 22-minute video, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? How did you drag this on for 22 minutes, right? So Cowboys Nation, this is what y'all are up against. You know, not just Cowboys Nation, just YouTube, space, anything is what we're up against. So I just ask, be smart. You know, there's a lot of manipulation going on in space. I understand that. Not getting into the details, right? Get your money, wherever. But I just want you guys to be smart, right? Because there's a lot of this going on. And with the season about to start, it's about to be more. And there are people that will believe this. Let's say only 10% believe that. You know what I'm saying? Let's say only 10% of this, of the people that watch this video believe it. They're going to come on the Angry's channel. They're going to say, hey, Benny Blanco, yeah, you see what Dak said about Micah? I agree. And you're going to be like, what did Dak say about Micah? He told him that he wasn't TJ Watt. You told him he wasn't TJ Watt. Where'd you hear that? Saw it on YouTube. And you're going to feel like you crazy. So then you're going to spend your Friday afternoon searching for Dak Prescott's comments on Micah Parsons about telling him to shut up, he's not TJ Watt. Come to find out, it's some AI bullshit that 94,000 people clicked on. 94,000, not 94, 94,000 people, probably Cowboys fans, right? Because I highly doubt it pumped this shit out to Eagles fans. 94,000 Cowboys fans clicked on it and watched it for 22 minutes. I've outgrown it, y'all. Right? Justin, bro, they fall for it. And this is not just a post, bro. It's not a post. This is a video. You know what I'm saying? It's a video. Somebody clicked on it and spent a Tuesday afternoon and watched this. And watched it. I didn't even go to it. You know what I'm saying? It was probably people in the comments, right? All sorts of shit. I'm not built for that. I'm not built for that. I'm just a football guy, y'all. I'm just a football guy, and I really want to do what makes me happy, and it's focus on football. So that is what I do, man. I'm betting on a CFO game, man. I hope not. I hope not. You know what I'm saying? But but Rome, just keep working, bro. Just keep working. The space needs you. Lou, the space needs you. You know, Henny, Boss, Law, Big, Sky, Koye, Voch, you know, Nix, Angry, Landlord, Star, JC, even Professor O, though he dipped out on us, you know what I'm saying? Like Spoonie, Amp, y'all know, right? The space needs you guys, man. It's going to be a battle harder than ever, right? It's a hard battle. It's a hard battle. It's a frustrating battle, you know? But they really need you because there are people that lean on you guys, man. You know, it's hard. It's hard to get motivated. You guys are coming into the game at the wrong time, unfortunately, right? Because it's like the Dark Knight, right? Die and be a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain, right? Butchered that, right? Dark Knight villain, die and be a hero, live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Yep, that's it, Jay-Z, right? That is where content creators are right now currently. right? And I kind of, whatever, who cares? It's kind of like one of my favorite movies, right? My favorite movie coming up was The Incredibles, right? Y'all remember that movie, The Incredibles, with the Incredibles family, right? Y'all remember Syndrome, right? He wanted to be like Mr. Incredible. He really wanted to be like Mr. Incredible, right? But what did Mr. Incredible tell Syndrome? You don't have any super abilities. You're going to get hurt. Stay out the way, kid, right? You're just not built to be a superhero. And Syndrome took that shit personal, right? And then ultimately, what did Syndrome do? Oh yeah, soups are bad, right? Soups are bad. Soups are bad. It was plastered on the wall. These soups destroy our cities, right? Get this picture right here. You guys know this, right? These soups destroy our cities, our buildings, right? They're always in the way, right? Yeah. He wanted to be just like Mr. Incredible, but he didn't have any superpower. And all Mr. Incredible was saying, bro, like, we don't want to see you get hurt. You don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I got an infinite strength. My wife is Elastigirl. You know what I'm saying? My son can, my daughter can teleport and telekinesis. And my son, Jack, I mean, he's just a monster, right? A beast. He can turn to fire, right? You don't have that, right? So we don't want you to get hurt. Stay out of the way. But Syndrome, right? Syndrome said, all right, cool. Soups are bad. Content creators are bad. These content creators, they just want to steal your fandom. These Cowboys content creators, they're not real fans. Right? I'll destroy all you Cowboys content creators if it's the last thing I do. That's what y'all up against. They got no more soups posters, no more content creators posters all over the city. And Jerry Jones is probably the evil mastermind behind it or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what y'all up against. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? That's what y'all up against. So, you know, it just is what it is. But for me, like I said, y'all, I'm doing what I'm enjoying. Talking football. Show's going to go crazy. Going to have a lot of incredible guests. College football, NFL football, film sessions, draft content, sports betting, you name it. We're going to fully talk about them soups. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, bro, they don't want them soups out there. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, they cooked Mr. Incredible so much, he had to get a regular day job. Y'all remember Mr. Incredible working at the office? You know what I'm saying? They had Mr. Incredible working at the office. Dash just wanted to run track and play football, but he couldn't use his power because, you know what I'm saying? He had to hide and mask who he really was because they had Stop the Soups campaign all over the building because of Syndrome. But ultimately, Syndrome wanted to be a soup, but he couldn't be one, so he found a way to make himself a super villain. All right, y'all. So appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, change is starting tomorrow. I'm about to go get some lunch. About to grill out, chill out. I finished Stranger Things last night, y'all. Fucking amazing. I'm not sure where you are, Angry, but yo, Stranger Things is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Woo. Ha. You know what I'm saying? All the Micah stuff was going on last night. Me and my wife, I was like, you know what? She's like, you got a show? I was like, nope, not doing a show, right? and we watched Stranger Things and finished it. Woo! It was so raw. I'm about to go watch it again. What am I grilling? So actually, what am I grilling? I am grilling Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets, right? Because I spend almost $40 a trip to Chick-fil-A, and I was like, bro, all this is grilled protein nuggets. There has to be a way you can make this at home. And y'all want to know what's the secret ingredient for Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets? Let's see if y'all know. Angry. You gotta finish it. Yeah, it's my first time watching it, Alex. I never saw it before. The secret ingredient for Chick-fil-A grilled nuggets is you have to marinate the chicken in milk and pickle juice. That's it. Yeah, pickles and milk. I was like, what? Yeah, pickles and milk. You marinate it for about 30 minutes in pickles, juice, and milk. And then you go and put that shit on the grill. It is, because I struggle eating chicken breast, but it's the healthiest protein you can get. So even when I cook chicken breast, I'm just like, right. But yeah, make those grilled nuggets. I'm about to grill out. Season 5 on the way. But yeah, Chick-fil-A, pickle juice and milk. Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Because I was trying, and I was like, well, this ain't right? So now I can make a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I be cooking chicken breasts daily now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't like how they're splitting up season 5. Yeah, but it's going to be a movie, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a movie, right? Chick-fil-A is nasty. Yeah, but it's the easiest way to get protein, man. You got to get your protein in, hit those macros. So y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, all the support, all the love goes a long way. I can't thank you guys enough. And yeah, we're going to continue to rock. It's just not going to be Cowboys centric. We're going to change some of these logos, change some of these graphics. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get back to work starting tomorrow. So I appreciate y'all, CFO gang. So if you want to stay, turn that notification bell, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But if you do decide, hey, I didn't go elsewhere, hey, no hard feelings. I 1000% understand. But starting tomorrow, it's all systems to go. You know what I'm saying? It's all systems to go. And we're going to have a lot of fun this football season. I am excited to get started. So I appreciate you guys. Want everyone to stay safe. Stay blessed, stay encouraged, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's football season.